Hey guys, there we go. Had to get that working there. So, sorry I'm a few minutes late. Uh, Jenny and I just got done looking at. We're pretty sure two of the newest members of the orchestra. We took a look at two greyhounds, and they were pretty awesome. So we're really excited about that. We're probably gonna pick them up in about 3 weeks or so, 2 weeks or so. Friday after next, Valentine's Day. But till then, we're gonna pick up where we left off with Dungeons. So from what I was seeing with Dungeons, we are on the next part. Yeah, man, picking up two greyhounds. They're really cool dogs. They're chill. They like Colt. But right after work, we went straight there. So I haven't eaten anything, so I will be snacking on stream. Sorry, just pretty hungry.
The cruel evil returned. The Battle of Steelsmith. Led by Talia, the brutal evil's army had reached the dwarven town of Steelsmith and made ready to storm it. Inside, the fierce dwarven King Grimly planned its defense.
Yeah, it's blacksmith time. This guy's quite a jerk. So, you know, I'm excited to finally take him down. So let's see what we got to do here. Oh, I forgot to see what the special requirements were to try to get my gold medals.
All right, you lazy buggers, get ready. That evil horde is going to show up with that pointy-eared cow any moment now. But Steelsmith is a fortress like none they've ever seen. So, take your positions, and don't forget the elf is mine. I'm going to make slippers out of her ears. Did you hear the rumbling? They're here. I feel it in my right corn. Send out the scouts and prepare the Death Hammer!
Finally, the time of the great battle was at hand. Talia's troops had taken the quickest route from the Ash Spring swamplands, and they were full of anger and determination to win this final confrontation.
I wouldn't say that. I'm still trying to persuade myself to return to the forces of good.
Okay. A part of Talia burned with anger and determination to win this final confrontation. Another wanted to form work groups and look after the bonsai garden.
Ugh, ignore my little moments. I'm going to crush that god's damn
So there's my
dwarf.
exit.
He's made his last stupid comment about elves. I'm going to make gloves out of his beard.
What's this whole thing about everybody using bits of their opponents for slippers or gloves? That's incredibly unhygienic. The time had come. Talia began to raise a great army for the erratic evil.
Yeah, there we go. Why is fight music happening? Yeah, please, that'd be nice. Alright, I'm gonna adjust my webcam box. There we go. I'm gonna try to move it so that it's not in the way of anything. So if I put it down there, it should be fine. There we go, yeah. Alright. Got gold going on, got this. This looks... I don't know what happened here. Oh, there's people there. Alright. Alright. Oh, I need to research that. That's right. Go. Bless you.
Destroy the good!
Hey, Talia, open those pointy ears of yours. I have a surprise for you and the Hellspawn. Something world-shaking. Come on, men! Fire the Death Hammer!
By the goddess, is that...
Grimly had had a gigantic hammer built. The Death Hammer. This caused not only a disturbance in the force, but also in the ground, causing a massive earthquake. The effect on the dungeon was clearly noticeable. The dungeon heart in particular could only withstand but a few such blows.
How do you like that, you damned evil brood? Now, we just have to take a few minutes to rewind the thing, but it was damn well worth it. Stay and enjoy the show, evil scum.
In his own lovingly insulting manner, Grimly made it clear to Talia and the perplexed evil that pulling back would not be an option. The giant hammer had to be destroyed.
We can't stay here. That thing has to be destroyed. After analyzing it briefly, I've discovered a great weakness.
Throw something through the 2-meter-wide cooling vent to destroy the reactor.
What? Nonsense! The thing is standing right there, so we can smash it to pieces.
Oh, why did I expect sophisticated tactics when I'm hanging around with bloodthirsty, not exactly intelligent evil creatures?
I want the demons to be up here a little bit. It's over there next to the orc people. Next to my horde. Hey, what's up, Icewall? I'm gonna relocate over there. There we go. Alright, time to build some demons. Make some demon things. Let's put another vault over here. Here, and then I'm gonna get as many guys as I can and go out and get some evil.
Throw me at the enemy! Ah!
Thank you. Let me know how this is.
I want Tanos' head.
Thanks. I'm still getting these settings right. I just moved the mic around and or the camera around and all that stuff. So you missed it earlier, but Jenny and I went and looked at a couple greyhounds. So there's a good chance that we will have a new greyhound soon.
What can I do for you?
Awesome.
What can I do for you?
Let's see. So this is one that I need to destroy. This is the other I need to destroy. Alright. Let's come down here and see what's over here. So I'm going to research the Nagas because they heal. And then I'm going to get another slot so that way I can
Enemies have
get a
entered the
Naga.
dungeon.
But before I do that, I'm going to go back to the dungeon. Now I'm going to get a Naga.
The dungeon heart is being attacked.
All right. Got this going on.
Payday.
There we go. Have that going on. Let's dig into this, get some more gold. This looks like it's probably going to be another vein. If not, there's a lot of gold down here, so I'll grab it. There's definitely not going to be a vein. Yeah, so I hopped in your chat the other day, Icewall, and I tried to talk, but for some reason Twitch hasn't been able to verify my email, so I wasn't able to chat, but yeah, some of the people are, yeah, and this is actually the third in the series. They have Dungeons 1, Dungeons 2, and then this is the third one. This one came out November of last year. It's a good mix. It's got a lot of humor in it, which I find entertaining, which is, you know, that's what I want in a game. And then it's got a good mix of like creating your dungeon and then also some like RTS aspects of it, which is pretty nice. Got that. Got to research stuff too. There we go. So now I can start creating some things. Nah, I understand about the trolls and stuff like that and the kids. I've just been trying to figure out a way to get Twitch to verify my account because I don't seem to be getting emails going to my email. Exactly. No, I understand that. I was debating on putting it on followers where you had to be a follower in order to talk or not. I don't know. I'm still up in the air about what I want to do as far as trying to prevent stuff. That'll be good there. Actually, I don't want that out yet. Maybe I'll create something up there. That didn't sound good. Alright. Let me get these guys going.
Free to the enemy.
Yeah, I'm not a super fan of it either, which is why I haven't turned it on.
And stay down. Ouch!
Yeah.
Ouch!
Yeah, and I don't foresee myself, or, you know, I don't foresee this channel being that for quite a while, you know what I mean? I lost them. Oh well. Build my workshop up here. I just gotta get... Where are my little guys? Oh, if they dig this out first, I guess I'll just do it here. Yeah, man, and plus I'm just doing this to have fun. You know, we do karaoke. The whole point of doing this stream was actually doing karaoke. And I figured we couldn't do karaoke every night. Because if we did, two things would happen. We would get the cops called on us, and we would be dead after, like, we just couldn't sustain it. But I've always been a fan of playing video games, so
the Death Hammer.
Figured, why not? Man, that's so much mana.
Spiders have spread throughout the underground.
Oh no. Where do I find some spiders? This is a lot of coin over here. Ah, I see. Need to get some more units. Let's see, get another Naga in here. Let's research another. Let's do 2 more units. That way we get 2 new units in here. I'll get another demon and another orc. So that way I got another demon pedestal being built here. And I should have enough space for another orc. If not, so, sorry I'm munching on stream. Like I said, we met some dogs today, so we haven't really had a chance to eat. So apologize for that. So that should create some toolboxes. I need toolboxes to create mana shrines.
It's payday.
Everything should be good as far as that goes. Let me get another Naga. And then another orc. There we go. Yeah, no worries, man. Enjoy. I appreciate you hanging out in the chat. Oh, I wanted to mention, man, I saw you were playing Paladins. I've always wanted to try that game because I'm a big fan of Overwatch. I really enjoy Overwatch. And from what I recall, Paladins and Overwatch have a lot of similarities. Let's dig this out over here. That's just a lot of gold waiting to be picked up. Oh snap. Might give it a whirl, man. It's free to play, right? Yeah. I wouldn't necessarily say I was good at Overwatch. I just, again, I just enjoy video games in general. I learned how to read because of video games. So that's one of the reasons I really enjoy video games.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
I need to get traps made, man. Upgrade her a little bit. What's going on? Nagas. You can't go wrong with having a couple healers.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Alright, once they're done with this, I think that's pretty good. Let me make another chicken farm up here so that way I know that I've got enough chickens for everybody. Buddy. Buddy boy. You got that itch going on? Alright, I think I'm ready to go. I got Demon Portal, so we're good.
Enemy.
Yeah, I'll definitely check out your stream, man. I really enjoyed it. I liked the community you were building. You had a couple people playing with you too, which is always fun. Oh. strength. Destroy this nice little village. Yeah. I agree.
Daughter, reconsider your deeds. You can still turn back. No one need die today. Except these disgustingly evil creatures, perhaps, but certainly neither Grimly nor you.
This bloke is more stubborn than those phone marketing people who are always trying to get me to buy some shite.
I too think that we should maybe rethink this. It is now time for dwarves to die! The dark power fills me!
Alright, hang tight just a second. What's the key for... Oh, it's this up here, alright. Yeah, I need a dog, I need a dog stool and dog cam. And yeah, I'm actually really interested in Nightbot. I've seen some really incredible things that you can do. Or it can do. So I'm definitely down for learning about some of the commands. I want to get that nice evil over here. Come on, guys. Oh.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was terrible.
I knew you'd need me. Ooh, ah.
Time to massacre the evil scum.
And then you install Nightbot, and then there's basic commands. It's kind of like, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can have like, not necessarily privacy settings,
So much for your
but
hammer, Grimly.
you can have it like say different things, like advertise and stuff like
Are
that.
you going to cry like a little baby? Boo-hoo-hoo.
You'll pay for that. Don't be giving yourselves any medals yet. The Dwarven Empire will strike back. Of that you can be sure.
But we could still solve this peacefully. You? Now? Really? In my moment of triumph? There is nothing you can't ruin, is there? Sorry. Holy crap! You're even good to me! Sister, you have some real issues. I have to go take care of a Dwarven king and tear his city apart. Follow me.
Alright, I'm gonna let them relax a little bit. Get another one of those guys in here. Alright, now I have enough for Thalia to get her Summon Shadow, which is a really good spell. Max out my Snots. Add nothing right now. Let me get a. There we go. So I can make a Tinker's Cave, and then I can make them. This is where I'm gonna have the Tinker's Cave. Then I can make traps, which is really good.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Yeah. As soon as I'm done with these guys here, which they should be able to handle this automatically. If I tab out of this game, it automatically minimizes, which is kind of annoying. But I'm gonna pull it up on the other monitor just so it's not streaming right now. Let's see, sign up, log in with Twitch. I authorize you to do this, Nightbot. Okay. Oh, and it's got the basic commands in here. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, and I see the settings. I can mess with that quite often.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
I can mess with that and get some of these things going, which I think would be pretty beneficial.
Hey, Thalia, did you really think I didn't have another ace up my sleeve? I had a second Death Hammer built. It will tear your dungeon apart. Move it, men.
Another one of those things? Ah, damn it all anyway. Get ready for impact.
With a kaboom, the second Death Hammer hit on the ground and sent its destructive waves toward the dungeon. The dungeon heart groaned under the blow. This Death Hammer also had to be destroyed quickly in order to save the dungeon heart.
Just to make sure nothing happens to my poor little hammer, I also built an SLD-26 magical tower shield generator. So knock yourselves out!
Generously, the foolish Dwarf King Grimly revealed the safety mechanisms to the listening and taking notes evil. Before the second Death Hammer could be turned off, a team would have to land on Endor.
That's pretty good because I want to allow
to destroy the magic shield.
I want to allow links for viewers if they've been here for a certain time or they've joined multiple times or something. And I'm sure I can find that setting in there. So that way if someone finds like a song they want us to sing, they can just link it and we can take a look at it.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Man, bless you. I need all you guys.
Time to die.
Oh man, he doesn't have a bunk? I'll fix that. That makes me sad. I hate it when people don't have bunks.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Okay. I'll mess with the settings in a little bit. Because I actually kind of, well, let's see. These guys should get handled soon. Alright. Oh, there's like song requests that I can do? Spam protection. This is actually really, really easy. When I say this, I mean Nightbot is really, really easy to do.
It's payday. Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Dude, how many enemies have entered the dungeon? Can we just... How am I supposed to kill this thing? I know, buddy, I know. I'm trying to get you bunk right now. I also like this little tidbit. They'll go on strike if they don't have a bunk, which is upsetting. Yeah, I clicked on the docs, and then it gave me like a list of like how to write commands, which is pretty simple. I like it. The easier something is to do, for me, the better it is.
Throw me at the enemy! Ah!
Because I'm much like most humans, I'm very lazy. It looked like it was easier to set up than Streamlabs, which is always good. Stuff. Let's take a look at the map. Okay, so we're gonna go there, then here. If I go down here, that's where the evil was. This is where I destroyed the stuff. Oh, I guess my portal vanished. This is a critical hit bonus. Let's see, let me get one of my... Let's get this guy.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Sent him up here to get this. And then I'm gonna build more traps. My goal is to have enough traps that it kills all these guys. Okay.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Thanks. I'll copy and paste those in a second here. That's what I want, is I want them to die before they even come here. Alright. Bless you. Tabbed on accident when I meant to go here.
He's not gonna get up.
Want.
I am the evil.
Actually, I'd be able to. Did I not destroy it? Oh man, I didn't destroy it. That's obnoxious. Would I be able to just create a new guy if I researched one new person, actually 2 new people. Now let's get 2 of these things. 2 of these guys going so that way we'll continue to make that. And while we're doing this, hi buddy, I don't have anything. That's super easy to do. So, okay, so what that would say is AdCom, which would be, you know, exclamation point uptime. When someone says that, then it says your Twitch channel, so the Emptiest Orchestra, stream uptime, and then it would have how long it's been up.
Prepare the Death Hammer!
That was a lot of talking, but I get what it says and what it means. Let me make another horde room down here. And what I'm hoping is that they're still producing stuff, which they are. Good. Get to work. Yeah, when I was saying all that stuff, I'm like, man, I'm saying a lot of words, but like, I get with it. I get it with what it does. So that's good. There we go. All right. So it should be decent traps. Enough to deter baddies. Good. Came over just in time. Get this done. What's this one? life regeneration. Let's give it to
There are enemies in your
Onaga.
dungeon.
And then let's go see if this is working the way we want it to. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. So now I can just continue focusing on this. But, man, I don't have anything. I have nothing. I have nothing up here but some drink.
The having a look
Sure.
around Evil's army had discovered a stone heap. Just a little brute force, and it would fall into the ravine to form something like a bridge. Computer game logic.
Yeah, man. There you go. I missed out completely on what my next objective was. There you go. Dude, I've been streaming for 53 minutes already. It does not feel like that. No, it's crazy, man. When you like enjoy. Hey, babe. Icewall is going through and helping out with Nightbot and stuff like that, which is, yeah, it's really nice of him. It's true. We did hear that they have the best tattoos in Denmark.
It's unstoppable.
We were talking to someone today, and her son is very interested in tattoos. And the lady, yeah, the lady had a friend from Denmark who had a lot of tattoos, and apparently they were the best that she's ever seen. This one's gonna be rough. Focus fire. He says tattoos in Denmark. I have no idea about them, to be honest. Hey man, we were just hearing it from someone. So we were like, oh yeah. They were like, they said we have a friend in Denmark. I'm like, yeah, we know someone from Denmark too.
Hey! Hands
All
up,
excited.
my SLD-26 magical tower shield generator.
Hey, Grimly. Your toys break easily. My pals barely got their hands on it and it broke. So, people, let's have a look at this
Last-
second death hammer, shall we?
Keep your hands to yourself and I'll bite your fingers off, you goddamn wench. Right, men, prepare the death hammer!
Grimly seemed a little desperate upon seeing the occasionally gigging as a stand-up comedian Evil turned out to be a brilliant strategist. It relentlessly sent its armies towards the second
Alright.
death hammer.
We got that going on. Got this going on. Let's get another one of these. Oh, that's apparently something we needed to get done.
Payday.
Bye-bye, baby.
That's sad.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Oh, it does do that. That's neat. So I don't think it's gonna last, but it's neat. Yeah, I have better Twitch TV. I've been watching Twitch for a long time. I have a separate account, but I've never like streamed. So this is our first adventure at streaming. Yeah, I've been watching Twitch since like a long time. Whenever season 3 of League of Legends Worlds was, that's when I started getting into it pretty heavily.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Yeah, I think I'll be fine with enemies in the dungeon. Yeah. Nice, that was awesome. Alright, so this one's...
Oh, these things are pretty fragile, aren't they? Grimly,
This is gonna be rough.
I think I accidentally broke both your hammers. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'll strangle you in my bare hands, Gil. You goddamn
Yeah, let me see. When was...
disgusting.
In order to make sure we don't have to cut out all
Yep,
of
April
Grimly's
6,
cursing,
2012
I'll just
is
take over.
when my
The
original
brilliant
account was
evil
made.
had succeeded.
My original account is
The
Trusted.
second Dwarven Hammer was also history, and its army marched inexorably towards the Dwarven town of Steelsmith. Something else permeated the smell of metalworking that wafted from the city towards the dungeon.
Alright,
The smell of the dwarves.
let's do this.
For good reason,
Got that
too.
going on.
We're going to tear their city apart.
Bad.
We could still return to the side of good. Let me think about it for a second. No.
Alright, so I'll make a couple more creatures. I never streamed. I just never had an interest in streaming. Instead, I would just watch people play because I always found it fascinating. So I've been watching people for a very, very long time. I really enjoy it, man. It's a lot cheaper than TV, and it's more entertaining in my opinion. And you also have that interaction thing that happens, you know, which is really awesome. Creates like an actual community. I can't think of any at the moment, but I'll definitely look into it. I also don't, know what commands are out there, so I'll Google it at work during our training tomorrow. Because let's be honest, we don't do a whole lot during training.
Hey, Talia, I have a surprise for you. You know that all good things come in threes.
Honestly, do you have another one of those damn death hammers?
Hey, Death Hammer. Ha! I have 3 Death Hammers!
What? The whole thing times 3? Not very imaginative, if you ask me.
Yeah.
You are so...
Yeah.
Hammer time!
Yeah,
Together, the
that's
three
what
Death
happened
Hammers
with
had a
us
lot
when
more power than a single one.
we saw
It would certainly
Twitch,
be better for the dungeon heart if
Twitch
they
Sings.
too were quickly put out of action.
and we really wanted to get in on that beta, and we weren't able to. But I purchased this karaoke setup, and I was really interested in just seeing if I could get it working, and it was. That was fun. Yeah. Yeah, I know uptime is really and
have entered the dungeon.
followed, like time followed is fun. It's good to have. And I like this trap setup. Oh no, they broke it. Now what? So right now you're just gonna die. The really interesting part about this game is that
That's the way you want it. I'll take care of you myself. For death and glory, the horn of Grimly Hammerhand shall sound in the deep one last time. Men, let this be the hour when we draw swords together. Now for wrath, now for ruin, and the Red Dawn!
Finally, we meet Gimli. Your
I was not expecting to
final
fight this guy
hour
right
has
now.
come. Hasta la vista, baby.
should probably
There
micro
are
my guys
enemies
out.
in your dungeon.
Just, you know, take a little breather.
Time to die.
Oh, you killed it too fast. But anyway, sorry, I was, started fighting. But I really enjoy this game. The dungeon building aspect, and then the RTS is really nice. And then on top of that, you have the comedic aspect, and then like you have so many different hotkeys. So it kind of reminds me of like World of Warcraft, with all the different hotkeys you got. That's interesting. It automatically rebuilds. Do another wall trap. Yeah. Let's do a bunch of them. Good enough. Alright. They're all sleeping. Really, max level doesn't give me another spell? I figured it would give me another spell. Huh. Interesting. Once they're healed up, I'm gonna go fight Grimly and hopefully kill him. Alright, I think I'm about ready to go. What did I destroy there? I'm really bad at destroying their town, apparently. Was he coming to me? That's nice.
I will destroy this land.
I'd say give it a shot, man. It's really, I mean, it's fun. It's fun if you like RTS stuff.
enemies in your dungeon.
Killed him.
You
Wow.
pay for this, you damn brat!
With these words, Grimly the Dwarven King breathed his last.
A well-earned victory for evil. Ha! All the legends and stories that revolve around good heroes. Utter nonsense.
Right?
In
I
the
won.
end,
Although
evil will always triumph.
it was pretty close because the first time I was fighting Grimly, I really thought I was gonna die.
Talia, what have you done? You killed Grimly. I will have to punish you for this. Stay where you are. I'll be there in a couple of hours.
Apparently, Tanos was anything but enthusiastic about his foster daughter's deeds. The insightful evil knew that a confrontation was not yet advisable and ordered Talia to travel west, always west.
We could always wait for Father and try to explain everything to him. Oi, 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 oh, come on. Even my good side can't be that naive. He'll skin me alive if he gets his hands on me. There's no way I should get anywhere near him until his anger is cooled. Oh, unfortunately, I'm afraid I have to agree with my evil me. We should let the grass grow over the whole thing first.
Oh, good and evil in agreement. A rare stroke of luck, I'd say. So, it was time to run.
Nice. I did build a lot of traps.
Here, the only problem was, as usual, his own death.
Oops.
After the Dwarven King Grimly suffered a premature death at the hands of the hero-beating evil's armies, the Dark Elf Talia got herself out of dodge.
Probably a
She took
good
the
thing.
evil creatures and retreated into the tunnels and mines of Steelsmith, which were connected to the most remote places in the world. The hasty departure proved to be very wise indeed, for shortly afterwards, Tanos appeared on the scene, and with him, a mighty army of good. When he found his dwarven friend's lifeless body, he screamed his pent-up anger out into the world, as overly emotional heroes are often prone to do. A few hours later, Tanos gathered with his 2 remaining comrades and commanders in his tent. We will now repeat approximately what was said. I, the evil will destroy us. We are lost. Wail, wail, and so on. In the end, Tanos called his fellow soldiers to order and commanded them to return to their respective empires and strengthen their defenses. So it was time to do what all good folks do. Hide themselves behind thick walls in fear and hope that the storm would pass them by and hit the others. How exceedingly honorable. In the meantime, Tanos sent out some spies to track down his evil student. The Dark Elf had, by then, beaten her way through the mines of Steelsmith, accidentally awakened an army, and fled from a whip-swinging demon. The usual stuff that happens when traveling through dwarven tunnels. At least they had left Tanos and the armies of good far behind them, and now moved almost unmolested through the countryside, determined to continue spreading chaos and horror. The end of Burger's End. After Grimly's inglorious end, the insidious evil's army had gone through the mines of Steelsmith to escape Tanos' armies and his wrath. The old shafts brought them close
that's
to
cool.
the busy town of Burger's End.
Oh, that's gross. Did I get all the things I needed to?
The Battle of Steelsmith.
I did.
Led by Talia, the brutal evil's army had reached the dwarven town of Steel. The end of Burger's End. After Grimly's inglorious end, the insidious evil's army had gone through the mines of Steelsmith to escape Tanos's armies at...
that was a gross one.
Talia and the all-devouring evil's army had left the mines of Steelsmith behind them, far from Tanos and his henchmen. The tunnels brought them close to the city Burger's End, in the Empire's hinterlands. Burger's End was known for its voracious heroes.
I should be working, I'm not.
Their appetites were legend. Wait for it. Dairy. They ate so much that the city had to be supplied with food from the surrounding area on a daily basis. True story.
These gluttons are going to be easy. Onwards, creatures of the deviant evil! Give these gourmands their just desserts!
This hasty attack wasn't the best idea, as the what is cannon fodder for evil's creatures all too quickly found out. These well-fed warriors proved to be exceedingly powerful and dismembered the advancing horde with terrifying speed.
That could have gone better.
Naturally, a battle like that can work up an appetite. Luckily, a transport full of food showed up shortly after the clash. The wheels quickly turned in the deceitful evil's evil brain. What if those deliverers were to have an accident on their way to the city, and the city suddenly ran out of food?
Hey man, I enjoy cat gifts just fine, but that was a nasty one.
Piles could be used as a roadblock if they were put into motion with a few hefty blows. That would make transporting that food even more difficult.
Okay, then we'll starve the pigs out. A brilliant plan. Do we have to do this? I feel so bad about killing Grimly. I'm surprised. I thought that evil act would finally extinguish the good part of me. I guess I'll just have to put up with you for a while longer.
These schizophrenic monologues are really annoying. They prevent me from saying so much more.
Not the worst thing when I look at the reviews of the last game.
What? How dare you? Talk about cheeky. You haven't heard the last of this. The advance of the homicidal evil's armies had not escaped the voracious heroes of Burger's End in the short
I'm gonna go get these things.
They immediately sent scouts and combat troops out towards the dungeon.
These stuffed pigs will be a piece of cake. We could also deal with them peacefully, couldn't we?
That was a noble thought from the good Talia. But the heroes of Burger's End were not choosy about what they ate, and dark elf fingers were considered a delicacy.
Oh, disgusting! Right, let's roast these pigs. Oh, good call.
In its boundless
yeah, man.
genius,
Thank you. Anytime you want to stop by, you're more than welcome to. And I'll leave mod on there, man, because I really don't have any reason not to have you modded.
Wait a minute. Where are they?
Yes.
Thank you.
They were supposed to be delivered yesterday, but the postman just left a note at the dungeon entrance saying that I wasn't home. I was here the whole time.
Oh, how I'd love to work with professionals. Just once. Professionals. Just once.
Later, dude.
Take a deep breath. Remember what they taught you. You don't want any more of those electric shocks. Fine. Fine. And so, the bad-tempered evil quickly threw two gobberbots into the dungeon. Then it went out to find that postman and beat the living crap out of him. The evilness collecting evil had, well, collected evil. Damned adjectives, whatever. It soon had the chance to research gobberbots, enabling it to recruit them itself in future. This extremely useful research would equip all normal goblins with a mech, greatly increasing their combat strength.
Neat.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
The enemy.
the dungeon heart.
Yeah. Defending. Oh, hey, buddy. Sorry, I gotta play one-handed for a little bit, petting the dog. You know how it goes. Oh, that's good.
It's payday.
Come on, man. I want that. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. What's this? Oh, that's a gold vein, huh?
The first food delivery set out for Burger's End. Of course, the well-prepared and not at all surprised Evil would never let it arrive
No,
at
we're
its
fine.
destination.
We got this. What's going on down here? Bless you.
Uh-oh, a spider nest has been unearthed.
Who do you want then?
Bless you.
Oh, apparently a couple of heroes got lucky and caught a couple of goblins away from their gobbo bots on a pea break. You should free them as quickly as possible. destructive evil had destroyed the food delivery before it even got
Got it.
close to Burger's End.
Not even close, baby. Shoot at target, set blank. Nice.
Ow!
Enemies have entered the dungeon. Heroes are stealing your gold.
Oh, what a jerk.
Defend the dungeon heart.
I will. I will.
Evil!
Payday.
Oh. Graveyards. That's kind of cool.
Heroes want to attack one of your islands of evilness. An island of evilness is being attacked.
Which one? Yeah, honey. What a third quarter. Yeah, the 8th? Yeah, there's 4 quarters. But we're almost halfway through the third quarter. The 8th is
The
halfway
enemy
through.
has captured one of your islands of evilness.
Yeah.
delivery on the way? Right, let's take care of it.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Whoa!
There we go.
He's not gonna get up.
The masterful evil had destroyed the delivery without even breaking a sweat.
It's true. Almost didn't make that one.
There are enemies in your dungeon. Payday. The aimless evil continued to allow the goblins to rot in their prison. Maybe they didn't deserve it, but just the same, they could also prove to be useful soldiers. delivery set out for Burger's End. Naturally, the relentless evil would never let it get there.
Well, I had my mic muted. Alright, I'm gonna end the stream. See y'all later.